Hi there everyone, and welcome back to May Flows. If you are new here, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. My name is Lily May, and today I'm going to be guiding you through a quick yin yoga practice. So put on some comfy clothes. This will be great to wind your day down with. We're going to begin our class today in a seated position. You can choose to sit cross-legged or on your shins. I like to bring a blanket or a bolster below my hips, or maybe even roll up the end of my yoga mat just to elevate them slightly above my knees, giving me a nicer posture. Starting today, we can sit against the wall too if that's necessary. Use all the props that you need. Keeping the spine nice and long. Palms are either on your knees or your thighs. And just begin to gently blink close the eyes. Just staying here for a moment or two to acknowledge how we feel. Becoming the observer, noticing our thoughts. Are they positive or are they negative? Why are we feeling this way? And then just let your thoughts float away. Take a moment to acknowledge that this is your space here. Feel safe and supported by the ground beneath you. Keep breathing. Shift your focus to your breath. On your next inhale, fill your belly all the way up with air. And then slow and controlled exhale out the nose. Inhale through the nose, fill the belly up. And then fill the chest up, feel your chest expand. And then take one more sip of air into the throat. And then slowly exhaling out the nose, first emptying the throat, then your chest, then your belly. Once more inhaling, filling our belly up with air, filling our chest up like a balloon, and then filling our throat up. And then a slow and controlled exhale, emptying first the throat, then the chest, then the belly. Return to your natural breath. Notice the difference in how you feel. On your next inhale, drop your palms beside your sides, reaching with your fingertips down to the mat, and walk them just slightly back behind your hips. Inhale to draw your chest forwards and tilt your chin upwards, opening the heart just a little bit. Keeping the spine nice and long. And then exhale, bring it back to a neutral spine. And then walking our palms in front of us, hinging at our hips. Just folding forward. Maybe you curl your chin into your chest. If you'd like, you can flip your palms up. Feel how that feels. And then inhale to slowly walk yourself back up to a seat. Coming out of our seat now, we can remove the bolster or blanket from below. If you had one, just put it to the side. You might want it later. And just place the palms on the mat. We're going to move into tabletop from here. Shoulders are going to be stacked over the wrists and hips are stacked over the knees. Our spine is neutral here. Gaze is between the two palms. On your next inhale, drop the belly. Expand the heart. And exhale, curl the spine, push the floor away. Just doing a few cat-cows to move the spine around before we settle into some poses. Keep moving with your breath. Inhale to expand. Exhale to press away and curl. And when you're ready, come back to a neutral spine, come back to stillness. We're going to draw our right knee into our chest and then tuck our right knee over to the right. Preparing for our pigeon pose. Send that left leg back just a little bit, find your pose. Offering to support your right hip with a blanket or a bolster here. If your hips do not ground on the ground on their own, it's great to use a prop, even if it's just a little bit of a light cushion. Once you're all set up in your pose, you can choose to walk forward here. Maybe you're coming down onto blocks or your forearms. You can use a pillow or a bolster. Really, couch cushions are wonderful as well. And just settle down. We're going to be staying in this pose for about 2 minutes. If you'd like to move deeper into the pose at some point, you're welcome to. Just remember that we want these poses to feel sensation, but we don't want them to feel sensational. During this time, try to see if you can remain more still, just allowing the pose to bring you where you need to be. Melting deeper into our tissues. If at any point you feel pain or numbness, please, I urge you to back away a little bit. When you're ready, slowly begin to come out of the pose, walking yourself back up onto your fingertips, moving any props aside. And just extending both legs in front of you. Take a moment here to notice the space that we've created, the energy that's flowing down the right side of our body, the difference in these sensations. Feel the chi moving through your right leg. Beautiful. Tucking our toes into our chest and then coming back into our tabletop. Take your time. From here, exhale to tuck the left knee into the chest and then rock that left knee over to the left. Setting up for a pigeon pose just on the other side. Again, if you need support below your left hip, you can use blocks, blankets, books if you don't have any yoga props are wonderful. You can roll up your clothes. And when you feel like your hips are even and you're feeling comfortable, maybe you walk yourself forward onto a cushion or some blocks. Maybe you like to extend yourself all the way forward. Whatever feels good for you. And we'll be here for about 2 to 3 minutes. Again, if you're feeling any numbness, any pain, any pinching, back away. What we want to be doing is getting in deeper into the tissues in our body, not stressing out our muscles. When you're ready, slowly begin to walk yourself back up. Taking our time. And swinging that right leg out to the front. Extending the left leg out to the front. Again, just taking a second to notice the change in energy in the body. How does the left side feel now? And here we're going to be putting our feet together, moving ourselves into a sort of diamond shape. You can extend them a lot wider than a regular butterfly shape. You want to have a wide stance here. Room for yourself to really just fold and get into it. Both sits bones are flat on the mat. You can bring some blocks here. You can stack one on top of the other tall-wise. I like to use my bolster as a way to prop my head up. Again, whatever feels good in your body. Just a couple of minutes here. If you'd like to put blocks on the sides of your knees, if they don't feel supported enough, that's also an option. Soles of our feet are touching. And then inhale, slowly just begin to walk yourself out of the pose. Extend the legs. Notice how it feels. From here, we're going to swing our legs over to one side and just bring ourselves onto our bellies. Moving into baby cobra pose. Our elbows are going to be stacked underneath of our shoulder blades. Tops of our feet are on our mat. And we're pressing gently into the mat. Just splay open the heart. Gaze can be forwards or slightly tilted up. If you'd like to close your eyes, you can. Again, try to stay more so in stillness. See if we can turn that fidgety part of our brain off just for a minute. And then exhale to slowly lower yourself back down onto the mat. Rest onto one cheek or the other. And just find a bend in the knees. Windshield wipe the legs back and forth. And then allow the knees to come back down to the mat. And just allow your palms to come beneath your shoulder blades. Press into your palms, rising back up into our tabletop. And then from here, we're going to tuck all 10 toes. This is a personal favorite pose of mine. Stretching your toes is so important. It is the root of our everything. We live our life on our feet. So why not show some love with all 10 toes tucked. Now that I'm done jabbering about it. Now then, keeping all 10 toes tucked. Take a breath here. If this feels good, stay here. If you'd like for a deeper sensation, you can walk yourself back up and sit back onto your heels a little bit deeper. If this feels good, you can come all the way up, palms come to the tops of your thighs. But this is usually very intense for a lot of people. I stretch my toes every day, and that's really intense for me still. So just listen to your body. We're going to be here for a little while. Don't do anything too crazy. Remember to breathe. If it feels a little bit too intense for you, maybe you just settle into a tabletop with tucked toes. Do what feels right for you. Begin to ask yourself these questions. How does this feel? Why does it feel this way? How does it make me feel? Begin to shift your weight forward, untuck your toes, and then just sit back onto your heels. Give yourself a moment. Palms come to the tops of our thighs. Feel the energy rushing through your feet, moving up your legs. And then from here, we're going to sit onto our booties. Scoot yourselves forward. Maybe you have to do a little crab walk forward. And just slowly walk yourself all the way down onto your back. Once you're flat on your back, knees are bent and tucked in just close enough that we can tickle our ankles. And then we're going to lift the right leg up into the sky and then bend at the knee, keeping our foot flexed and hinging it over the left leg, making a figure 4. If you'd like to stay here, that's fine. Just hang out here. Or we can go a little bit deeper, tucking the left knee into the chest and grabbing a hold of the knee. Or you can wrap your arms under and grab the whole shin. Let's be here for just a couple minutes. Send your breath into your hip. Visualize it softening. Not forcing anything. And when you're ready, exhale to release your grip. Lower your left leg back down to the mat. Over your right leg and just extend the legs. Notice how it feels. Feel the energy running through your right leg, your right hip. As it compared to the left side. Let's move into it. Standing at the knees again. Lifting the left leg. And then bending the left leg, keeping the foot flexed, protecting our knees. And then tucking that knee into your chest. Maybe you stay with your foot on the floor. That's fine. If you stay here, you can place your left palm onto your thigh or your knee as a gentle guide to deepen. Again, not really wanting to feel sensational. We just want to feel some sort of sensation. Wherever you are, settle into stillness. When you're ready, exhale to slowly release. Send that left foot back down to the mat. And extend your legs. If you'd like, you can bring a bolster or a pillow underneath your knees here for support. You can make a diamond shape with your legs. Palms are out, stretched beside us, facing the sky. If there are any other poses that are calling to you right now, I invite you to take them. If not, I'd love for you to join me and rest for a while. Allow your forehead to soften. Maybe you walk your shoulder blades down an inch or two. Be aware of any tension that you're holding. And remove the tongue from the roof of the mouth. And draw your attention back to your breath. You can stay here for as long as you'd like. Thank you for joining me today.